Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. In this video, let us generate bullish and bearish trade setups for a monthly income trade and a weekly income trade. And you know that we are conducting a survey at our Telegram channel to understand your requirements. So please participate in that survey and select your requirement because at present I have seen very poor response for this particular service. That is bullish and bearish trade setups for monthly income trade and weekly income trade. We got only one vote so far by the time when I am recording this video. If that is the case, it is very difficult for me to publish this video on every day because each video it incurs a lot of effort and I need to spend a huge amount of time for recording the video and uploading the video. It is taking my effort. Instead, I want to spend my time on those areas where members are showing more interest. And if you are having very poor response, maybe I have to cancel this video. Or at least if you have a average response, at least weekly once I can generate the report instead of daily. Because I need to focus on those areas where people are showing more interest. So please understand, in case if you did not participate in the survey and if you like these reports, please go to our Telegram channel and participate in the survey. In case if you are not joined in the Telegram channel, I am providing the link to our Telegram channel in this YouTube video description. So in the description, click the link and go to the Telegram channel and join there and participate in the survey. And also a small announcement, please. If this is your first visit to our channel, please understand we are providing complete free training on supply demand zone price action. And all these training videos I kept in a playlist, supply demand zone price action course at our NeoStock YouTube channel. I am also providing the link to this playlist in this YouTube video description. So click the link and you will get into this page and then scroll down to the bottom of this page. Here starting from lesson 1.1, all the training videos are available in an order. So please go through all these videos one by one and strengthen your skills related to supply demand zone price action. Now let's get into report generation. So we are generating bullish and bearish trade setups for monthly and weekly income trade. The first video, let us generate a bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. So for monthly income trade, our entry time frame, that is also called as a lower time frame or LTF. So is a daily. Because it is bullish trade setup, our entry zone should be demand zone. And for the parameter bullish or bearish trade setup, at LTF time frame, that is a daily, we are selecting bullish. Now let us generate the report by clicking this button. But at present market is at the all-time high. Many stocks are supporting bullish, maybe over 90 or 100 plus stocks. It is impossible to analyze all the stocks, so I am setting some filters. The first filter I am going to set, we don't want pierced zones. For that we have a parameter pierced count. In daily time frame, you need to set zeros, minimum 0, maximum 0. That means pierced count should be 0. It indicates the zone is not pierced. Apart from that, we will also set a couple of other parameters. The another parameter is range. Range is nothing but reward. Minimum range is nothing but reward. So at least from demand zone to supply zone, that is a daily demand zone to daily supply zone, or daily demand zone to all-time high, a minimum 3% reward we are expecting. So I am setting the value 3. In daily, I am setting the value 3. So now only stocks having minimum 3% reward from demand zone to supply zone or all-time high will be displayed. Even then you may get a big number, maybe over 30-40 stocks you may get. So that's why what we do, we will generate different reports. Stocks very near to the demand zone, our entry zone. For that there is a parameter called maximum price % to reach the zone. So in daily time frame I am setting the value 1, indicates it is minimum 1% the price should be available. Today's price would have been closed 1% within 1% near to the demand zone. Now those stocks will be generated. In the next report, minimum 2% level we will see, and in the third and final report we will see minimum 3% level. If more stocks are there, we can stop to 1% itself. So only these 3 stocks are there which are near 1% to the demand zone. See, I'll be giving you only few seconds time and then move on to the next report. What you can do, pause the video, you can study these stocks, and after that you can further proceed with the video. So I'm going back. Now what I do, I will set a minimum 2% level. How many stocks are there? This includes those 3 stocks already listed. The new list will be having those 3 stocks plus the remaining stocks, minimum 3% level to the, minimum 2% level to the demand zone. That means within 2% to reach the demand zone. Now total 9 stocks are filtered. In that, one stock is very near to the M&M stock, Mahindra and Mahindra. Maybe this stock could be between 1% to 2% near to the zone. If the price is come down, you may get an entry. But remember, this demand zone is already tested. So if you want to look for a second time entry, it is quite risk because it is a normal demand zone. Unless you find at fine-tuned 5 minutes level a fresh zone, maybe you can depend on that. If it is high liquidity zone, we take multi-testing. Okay, now what we do, minimum within 3% to the zone. Within 3%, that means 3% close to the zone, let us generate the report. So that is maximum price percent to reach the zone at daily. I am changing 2% to 3%. Now let us generate the report. Now 21 stocks are filtered. So from these stocks you can find some stocks and you can monitor. If any of these stocks reach demand zone, probably you can get an entry tomorrow. Otherwise you need to wait for few days until the price reaches to the demand zone. So these are the bullish trade setup. Currently they are supporting and having a minimum 3% reward. Minimum, maximum could be anything. Minimum assured reward is 3%, and all these stocks are within 3%. Some stocks are within 1%, and few more stocks are within 2%, and remaining are within 3% range. You have the complete list here. Now let us generate the next report, second report, bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. So for monthly income trade, entry zone should be daily. And because we are generating bearish trade setup, entry zone should be supply zone. And in bullish or bearish trade setup at daily time frame, now we are selecting bearish. Because bearish, very few stocks will be there. At present, market is at all-time high. So we need not set any filters except one filter. We don't want pierced zones because we never trade pierced zones. So that is the reason why pierced count we have to set 0, in daily time frame. So I am setting 0 in daily time frame. Now let us generate the report. Only one stock is there. Currently the stock is moving towards the supply zone, and it is a fresh zone, and also it is a high liquidity zone. So this is about monthly income trade reports. Now let us generate weekly income trade reports. The first one is within weekly income trade bullish trade setup. So in weekly income trade, entry time frame is 75 minutes. Because it is bullish trade setup, entry zone should be demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup parameter, at 75 minutes time frame, I am selecting the value bullish. And here also you get a big number, so we will add multiple filters. The first filter is we don't want pierced zones. So pierced count I am setting 0 at 75 minutes time frame. Minimum 0, maximum 0. This time we are setting at 75 minutes time frame. because entry zone is 75 minutes. And the next parameter is reward, minimum range, that is nothing but reward, minimum reward. So at 75 minutes time frame, we will set 2%. Earlier we set 3% for monthly income trade. But this is a weekly income trade. Let us reduce a little bit between 75 minutes demand zone to 75 minutes supply zone, or 75 minutes demand zone to all-time high. A minimum 2% reward should be there. And here also we will generate two different reports. First report is within 1% close to the 75 minutes demand zone. Second report within 2% close to the 75 minutes demand zone. First I am setting 1%. Within 1% close to the 75 minutes demand zone, any stocks are there, they will be filtered. Now these three stocks are near 1% to the demand zone. Because they are 1%, there are higher chances you may get a trade tomorrow. At the industries, moreover, the price is moving towards the demand zone. Within 1% it is there. If the price is down by 1% tomorrow, you will get an entry in any of these stocks. Now let us see the second report within 2%. That means if the price is down by 2% tomorrow, you may get an entry. So I am changing at 75 minutes, 1% I am changing to 2%. Now let us generate 13 stocks are filtered. If any of these stocks are down, already 3 stocks or 4 stocks filtered in the previous report. They are already included here. But the remaining stocks, if they are down by 2% tomorrow, we will get an entry. TCS is also moving towards the demand zone, 75 minutes demand zone. If tomorrow, if TCS is down by 2%, you may get an entry in this zone. So minimum assured reward here is 2% reward is their minimum. But if you fine tune the zone, your entry zone, you may get more reward also. Your risk will be reduced, your RR will be improved, and you get more reward. You know how to fine tune the zone. I already explained in our training lesson 16 how to fine tune the zone. Okay, and the fourth report, final report, is a bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. In weekly income trade, entry time frame is 75 minutes. Because it is bearish trade setup, entry zone should be supply zone. And in bullish or bearish trade setup, at 75 minutes time frame, I am setting the value bearish. I am not adding any filters except pierced count should be 0. We don't want pierced zones. So I am setting pierced count at 75 minutes as 0. That means pierced count should be 0. That indicates the zones are not pierced. Let me filter. Now currently 5 stocks are filtered. So from these 5 stocks, whichever is having the best reward, you select them and you can plan your trades. So this is about bullish and bearish trade setup for monthly income trade and weekly income trade. Hope this information is useful to you. Let us all meet again in our next video. Thank you.